Hello and welcome to the part 2 of the super quick Git introduction. Branches. What are branches? Branches are working spaces for trying new things. What does that mean? Let me show you. We are inside Git training directory. In here, we have 3 directories. 1, 2, and 3. So each directory is for a different feature that I want to create in my app or in my website. Okay, now let's go inside one, and I want to create here touch index.html. All right, cd, let's go back. Let's go into the second one, and here I just want to create an Excel file to progress.xlsx. All right, cd, and we'll go into the third one, and in here I want to create a new file. Let's see. I mean, I think I'm thinking too much. I will just say book.txt. Right. Now, cool. We have to add and commit the files. Okay, let me first go back over here. As you can see, all the 3 folders, let's add them all and let's commit them all. All right, added the 3 features, directories. Okay, all good. Right, now branches. Let's see git branch. Let's see, we are on the master branch, as you can see. Okay, so on the master branch, it's only the code that works, the code that it's original, it's untouched, it will always work. Now on our master we have, let me show you, these 3 folders and these empty files that we created. Now let's go inside the first directory, we are there, and say git branch, and I will say first feature. Now if I press, so as you can see, we just created 2 branches. Now the first, I don't know, my first friend, the one directory, can work on its project or on its part of the project without altering the code on master. Let me show you. Let's check and let's activate the next command. So you saw git branch, we just check the branches that we have inside our repo, git branch, and the name will create a new branch. Let's create another one just to show you. Back cd2, we are inside 2, let's say git branch, and I will say second feature git branch. As you can see, second feature is created. Let me go back. We are inside our original folder. We are on master branch. Now the third option, git switch or checkout branch name. Let's see, git switch. I will say first feature. As you can see here, I went inside the first feature. Now, let me see. Oh yeah, So you don't have to be inside a folder when you create a new branch. You can create a new branch from from the original directory. But when you switch to a new branch, anything or and everything, anything that you do will be um, linked to that branch. That being said, let's go back to one and let's say a git status. On branch first feature, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay, we are inside one. Let's touch another thing and I will say points.txt. I will go hit a new status, and as you can see we have to add and commit the file on one directory. But before that I want to show you something else as well. So let me just double click that. So I went inside git1 directory and I just want to type something here. This is the first feature branch. Save. Okay, let's git status. Great. Git add points. Git commit with the message added points text file. Right, committed. Now let's go back. I will say git branch. Now let me show you checkout. I put here checkout in parentheses because switch and checkout is the same thing. Git switch is just the new name for checkout. So you can use both. I will show you now. For instance, I will say git branch checkout and I will say master. Let me go back. Okay. I said git branch. It's the command is git checkout master. Okay, we are inside master now. If we say git status, nothing to commit, but I will go back to that. You see, on master the folder is not here, right? It's only inside our first feature branch, right? So you can push it later to be inside our master folder. Okay, what do I have to say? I know that I want to show you how to clone a repository and how to push your changes on GitHub. Yeah, I think we can go here. So GitHub, fun. So you have two options to have a repo. If you have a repo locally, you can push it to GitHub. This is the first scenario. And the second one, you clone a repo from GitHub to your local machine. Now, let me show you the first one. When you have a local project like my Git training directory, and we want to push it on GitHub. Okay, now you have to have an account on GitHub. Everything's free, so yeah. After that you push create a repository. I will say here again Git training. Here this is for training purposes. This is a repository. Okay, purposes is public. Add a readme file. Add ignore. I mean, no. Let's just add the readme and create the repo. Perfect. We are inside our main repo. Main and master is the same thing. Main is just the new word for master, like in here, git switch and checkout. All right, so I want to push, let me show you. I want to push this directory that we created. How we can do that? Super easy. So the first step is to create a new repo on GitHub. We just created one. Connect my local repo, my Git training, to remote. Remote is just a word. We can say that a remote is just a link that will connect my local machine to our GitHub repo. Okay, now in order to connect these two repos, we have to add the remote. Now you can see here git remote add name URL creates a new remote. Okay, let's see. Git remote add origin and URL. It's right over here. You cannot control paste. You cannot paste it with your keyboard keys. Just right click and paste anything and everything inside the command line. Right, so git remote add origin is the name, which is just the convention name. Everyone uses origin. You can use any name, but in projects, most of the times you will see origin in there. Now, let's press enter, and after that, let's check remote v. Git remote -v. You see, we just linked our GitHub repository. Right, so to push everything, we just have to say git push remote name, which is origin. And after that, the branch that we want to push, feature. Oh, I think it's first feature. All right, and press enter. After that, you see right over here in just I don't know, a second, we just pushed the changes on to our Git repo. How cool is that? How cool is that? 1, 2, and 3. We have everything inside our repo. Great. Now, let me show you. You started the project and you want to use GitHub from the start. Let's create a new repo. Example. No, I will say clone me. This is an example to show how you can clone a project. Public add readme create a repo. Perfect, right? So we have our fresh new repo. Okay, let's go to desktop. Perfect. Inside here, I want to create a dir. Make a directory, and inside here I will say GitHub. Let's go inside it. Okay. GitHub. Perfect. We are inside GitHub. So as you can see, we don't have a repo or anything in there, right? We just want to clone this repo. All right. So we press our code, inside our repo, we press this code drop down, and we just copy the HTTPS link. And inside git bash, git bash, we just clone git clone, and we just paste. Enter. Cloning done. Okay, and let's see. Oh my, you see, we just have that beautiful file. How cool is that? We just cloned. Let's check. Let's go inside it. you can see the repository is active. So you guys always check if you have a repo. Don't just initiate one. Always check. Cool. Right, so inside here, let's create just one file. This is the end my friend .txt, and I will say git status, git add everything, git commit -m. This is it, my friend. Okay, and after that, just git push. And the status, bam, let's just refresh. And the changes are on our GitHub repo. How cool is that, you guys? How cool is that, you guys? Okay, so this was it for GitHub. This is very basic, this super quick and basic introduction. These are the commands to get you started. I will make a more in-depth tutorial in the future. And yeah, I hope that this helped you, and I hope that I was not all over the place, even though I'm sure I was. So until next time, you guys, practice and get some!